Great. We had a question about elopement, and the question was simply, what do you do about elopement? So I'm not quite sure exactly what the question's asking, but the first thing that came to my mind is function. What's the function of elopement, right? So, elopement is really when the child is running away from you, right? If you've got elopement as a result of escape related behavior, then what you want to look at is what's the child escaping from and seeing if you can change some of those antecedent strategies so that the child's not running away. If you've got elopement for attention, that's a little bit harder, right? Because, if elopement's for escape, you can chase after the child and keep the demand on, et cetera, et cetera. If you've got elopement because of attention, as soon as you start running after the child, guess what? You're reinforcing it. You're making a game of it. I joke around. I live next to a dog that constantly gets out of the house. The dog is an awesome dog, but he's constantly getting out of the house. And as soon as he gets out of the house, they chase him, and it becomes a game. And this dog is loving it. And he gets a toy, and he pretends to run and come back and then run away again. And I'm not comparing a child with autism to a dog, but I am saying that if you're engaging in elopement for attention, it's kind of that same back and forth as I see with my neighbor's dog, right? So but you can't run after, or sorry, if you don't run after, it may be unsafe. I had a child one time who, was engaging in elopement, and we didn't run after him. And then he started climbing a filing cabinet, and then all of a sudden he was throwing things out the window, and it just escalated. So unfortunately, you're going to have to attend to it, my long-winded speech, but you're going to have to attend to the elopement, unfortunately. Even if it is for attention, you're just going to have to make sure that your antecedent strategies address the function instead. So if it is for attention, think about FCT. Are there other ways that he can appropriately gain attention? Think about non-contingent reinforcement. Is there other ways that he can be presented with attention other than just elopement?
And you can attend to the child without attending to the behavior. I think I say this maybe every day, where if the child is running away, it's one thing to run after him, get him back, bring him back to a safe place. It's another thing to be like, oh my God, why are you running? And chasing after him and then making a whole big deal of it. You're not allowed to run away. That is attending to the behavior. So it's definitely okay to, if a child is eloping, go after them, bring them back, no big deal, back to task.
Don't do a big lecture. That's attending the behavior. Oh, you shouldn't run away because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, or like talking to like everyone else about what happened. It was such a big ordeal. It's just, as non-big of a deal as you can make it while still keeping the child safe, bringing them back to task and following through. But getting more information about the function would be super helpful, because if it was escape or if it was attention, we would treat it a little bit differently.